So,
Hello
hello
everyone.
everyone.
In
In
this
this
video,
video,
we
we
will
will
be
be
talking
talking
about
about
the
the
statement
statement
that
that
is
is
culture
culture
is
is
organic and
organic and
super
super
organic.
organic.
In the
In the
last
last
chapter,
chapter,
in the
in the
last
last
video, we
video, we
were
were
talking
talking
about
about
that
that
culture,
culture,
about
about
culture
culture
and
and
its
its
characteristics.
characteristics.
So
So,
in
in
that
that
characteristics,
characteristics, there
there is
is
one
one
statement
statement
that
that
is
is
culture
culture
is
is
organic and
organic and
super
super
organic.
organic.
So
So
let's
let's
first
first
discuss
discuss
this
this
part,
part,
that is
that is
culture is
culture is
organic.
organic.
There was
There
a
was a
similar
similar
statement
statement
which
which
was
was
made by
made by
Herbert
Herbert
Spencer.
Spencer.
For
For
him,
him,
society
society
is
is
organic,
organic.
and
And
this
this
we
we
had
had
already
already
studied
studied
in
in
society
society
and
and
its
its
characteristics.
characteristics.
So
So
there
in
you
there you
can
can
refer
refer
it.
it.
Now,
Now,
when we
when we
say
say
that
that
culture
culture
is
is
organic,
organic,
it
it
basically
basically
means
means
that
that
this
this
culture
culture
is
is
rooted in
rooted
the
in the
biological
biological
nature
nature
of
of
human
human
organism.
organism.
It
It
means
means
that
that
humans
humans
are
are
biological,
biological,
and
and
this
this
biological
biological
nature
nature
enables
enables
humans
humans
to
to
think,
think,
act,
act,
feel,
feel,
and
and
etc.
etc.
And by
And by
doing
doing
so,
so,
he
he
or
or
she
she
is
is
able to
able to
create,
create,
use,
use,
modify
modify
culture.
culture.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
based
based
on
on
this
this
thing,
thing,
based
based
on
on
the
the
biological
biological
nature,
nature,
based on
based
the
on the
biological
biological
nature
nature
of
of
humans,
humans,
it can
it
be
can be
said
said
that
that
culture
culture
is
is
organic.
organic.
Here you
Here
can
you
give
can
the
give the
example
example
in this
in this
following
following
way,
way,
that is,
that is,
any
any
change
change
in
in
biological
biological
aspect of
aspect of
humans
humans
has
has
brought
brought
about
about
changes
changes
in the
in the
culture,
culture,
or has
or has
brought
brought
about
about
the
the
things like
things like
create,
create,
use, or
use, or
modify.
modify.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
So,
like for
like for
example,
example,
earlier the
earlier the
apes we
apes we
used
used
to,
to,
as per
as
what
per
we
what we
accept
accept
today,
today,
earlier
earlier
the
the
apes
apes
used to
used
live
to
in
live
the
in the
trees of the
trees and the
forest.
forest. Yes.
Slowly, what
Slowly, what
happened with
happened with
change in
change in
climate,
climate,
change in
change in
environment,
environment,
the
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 apes
apes
started
started
moving,
moving,
getting
getting
settled
settled
in the
in the
plainer
plainer
areas.
areas.
Here, with
Here, with
evolution,
evolution,
the
the
emergence of
emergence of
Australopithecus
Australopithecus
came
came
up.
up.
Now,
Now,
these
these
from
from
here
here
onward, what
onward,
we
what
see
we see
that there
that
were
there were
changes in the
changes in the
biological
biological
aspect.
aspect.
Now,
Now,
this
this
biological
biological
aspect
aspect
is
is
represented
represented
in the
in the
form of
form of
change in
change
the
in the
brains.
brains.
Yes, the
Yes, the
neuron
neuron
system.
system.
Secondly,
Secondly, the
your
your
human
human
spinal
spinal
system,
system,
then
then
pelvis
pelvis
area.
area.
So,
So,
with
with
evolution,
evolution,
there was
there was
changes in the
changes in the
biological
biological
aspect,
aspect,
and
and
because of
because
this
of this
biological
biological
aspect,
aspect,
it
it
enabled
enabled
humans
humans
to
to
frame
frame
culture.
culture.
Yes.
Yes.
For
For
example,
example,
from
from
Australopithecus,
Australopithecus,
we
we
moved
moved
to
to
Homo
Homo
habilis, then
habilis,
we
then we
moved to
moved to
Homo
Homo
erectus,
erectus,
and
and
Homo
Homo
erectus was
erectus
the
was the
phase when
phase
we
when
were
we were
like
like
in
in
true
true
bipedalism
bipedalism
state,
state,
and from
and
here
from here
onward we
onward we
started
started
moving
moving
out of
out of
the
the
area of
area of
origin.
origin.
Like for
Like for
example, here
example,
we
here
talk
we talk
about the
about the
out
out
of
of
Africa
Africa
theory.
theory.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
what
what
happened with
happened with
bipedalism? Our
bipedalism? Our
hands
hands
became
became
free, and
free,
then
and then
we
we
started
started
doing more
doing more
diverse work,
diverse work,
and this is
and this is
how
how
things
things
changes.
changed.
When we
When we
studied
studied
the
the
cultural
cultural
aspect in
aspect
the
in the
archaeological
archaeological
anthropology, we
anthropology, we
studied that
studied
it
that
was
it was
during this
during this
phase
phase
the
the
emergence of
emergence of
culture
culture
began.
began.
The
The
Paleolithic,
Paleolithic,
two
two
different
different
cultures
cultures
were
were
also very
also
much
very much
related to
related
the
to the
biological
biological
aspect.
aspects.
So
So
here you
here
can
you
give
can
this
give this
example.
example.
Now
Now
moving on
moving
to
on to
the
the
next
next
statement, that
statement, that
culture is
culture is
super
super
organic.
organic.
So
So
what
what
happened?
happened?
Uh,
Uh,
Herbert
Herbert
Spencer,
Spencer,
as we
as we
studied that
studied that
Herbert
Herbert
Spencer
Spencer
talked
talked
about
about
society
society
being
being
organic.
organic.
Then there
Then
were
there were
other
other
there were
there were
other
other
scholars
scholars
who
who
were
were
also
also
giving
giving
similar
similar
statements.
statements.
For
For
example, in
example,
this
in this
we talk
we talk
about
about
E.V.
E.V.
Tyler.
Tyler.
So it
So
was
it was
E.V.
E.V.
Tyler
Tyler
who
who
was
was
trying to
trying to
uh, uh, establish
establish
culture as
culture
a
as a
different, as an
different, as an
independent
independent
body,
body,
as an
as an
independent
independent
object
object
of
of
study,
study,
of
of
study,
study,
so that
so
a
that a
separate
separate
discipline of
discipline of
anthropology can
anthropology can
emerge up.
emerge up.
Yes.
Yes.
So for
So for
E.V.
E.V.
Tyler,
Tyler,
culture has
culture
its
has
own
its own
independent
independent
nature,
nature,
has own
has own
independent
independent
nature,
nature,
and
and
so
so
because culture has an independent nature, therefore a separate studies need to be worked on, needs to be worked on, needs to be worked done on culture. Similarly, with A.B. Tyler, there were other sociologists like Emily Durkheim and like Auguste Comte, who also believed in the same thing, that is, the culture being independent and showing natures which were not under the influence of other bodies. Now, this was the background to what was going on regarding the statement that is culture is superorganic. In anthropological perspective, when we talk about anthropology, the debate in anthropology came in the 1970s when there were two groups, there were two oppositions who were opposing each other in this perspective. And this debate was going on in America in American anthropology. Here there was a prominent figure in the name of Frank Boas. So the students of Frank Boas, there were two students of Frank Boas who were actually in debate regarding this. One was your Alfred Kroger, and the other was Edward Sapir. Similarly, there were various supporters here, and there were various supporters here who were supporting this theory. So there were like two schools which were getting generated in perspective of this statement. So Kroger, you can mention the Kroger's work. He was his seminal paper, the Superorganic for Organic 1970. And here you can mention his paper that do we need a superorganic? That do we need a superorganic? So these were two works on this statement. Yes. Now first we will discuss about the theories, the thoughts in favor of the statement that is culture is superorganic. So this first we will study this part. And this was actually where it all began, that when Alfred Kroger said that culture is superorganic. So this person's name becomes very much important if a question on this emerges. Now, when we talk about uh, this this favorite school which favored this statement. Now here what Alfred Kroger said. Like before we study what Alfred Grover said, we should understand this, that it is like this whole system is in the form of this tri shape, where at the base it is inorganic, in middle it is organic, and in the top it is superorganic. Now inorganic part is the least complex, then the complexity increases here, most complex. Yes. This inorganic aspect represents the atoms in inanimate objects, non-living aspect. The organic aspect represents the humans and plants, while the superorganic aspect represents your cultural beliefs, like things which are over a societal aspect. Yes. So this is was the basic understanding which was going on. Now, A.L. Kluber, uh, so he gave this statement that the subject matter of anthropology is the universals and the regularities of human behavior as mediated by the force of culture. Yes, yes. So let's write what he said. Like for him, uh, superorganic was actually what made anthropology a science. with
with
its
its
subject
subject
matter,
matter,
its subject
subject
matter
matter
being
being
the
the
universals
universals
and
and
regularities
regularities
of
of
human
human
behavior
behavior
as
as
mediated
mediated
by
by
forces
forces
of
of
culture.
culture.
मतलब कि
मतलब कि
what
what
Albert
Albert
Prover
Prover
is
is
Alfred
Alfred
Prover is
Prover
trying
is
to
trying
say
to
is
say is
that
that
anthropology
anthropology
as a
as a
science
science
emerged
emerged
because
because
there
there
was
was
a
a
subject
subject
matter. There
matter.
was
There
a
was a
thing
thing
that is
that is
culture,
culture,
which was
which
so
was so
independent
independent
that
that
it
it
regulated the
regulated the
human
human
behavior.
behavior.
And
And
because it
because
was
it was
regulating the
regulating the
human
human
behavior,
behavior,
so
so
anthropology
anthropology
studied
studied
the
the
different
different
aspects of
aspects of
culture.
culture.
If
If
culture
culture
would
would
not have
not
been
have been
there,
there,
if
if
culture
culture
was
would
not
not
existed,
existed,
then
then
the
the
way
way
we
we
people
people
behave
behave
would
would
not
not
have
have
been
been
a
a
subject
subject
matter.
matter.
Like we
Like
would
we would
never know
never
the
know the
answer why
answer
a
why a
person
person
behaves in
behaves
a
in a
certain
certain
manner
manner
in a
in a
certain
certain
society.
society.
So
So
A.
A
Prover
Prover
says
says
that this
that this
behavior,
behavior,
that the
that the
reason for
reason
this
for this
behavior
behavior
is
is
culture,
culture,
is
is
cultural
cultural
aspect.
aspect.
And
And
because this
because this
cultural
cultural
aspect
aspect
is
is
independent,
independent,
it
it
exists
exists
at an area, at a
at a
level
level
that
that
it
it
is
is
capable
capable
enough
enough
of
of
regulating the
regulating the
human
human
behaviors.
behaviors.
And
And
so
so
the
the
study
study
of
of
culture
culture
enables
enables
anthropology as
anthropology
a
as a
science.
science.
So this
So
is
this is
what
what
he
he
says.
says.
The
The
second
second
statement which
statement which
A.M.
A.M.
Prover
Prover
says
says
that
that
culture
culture
exists at a
exists at a
level
level
above that
above
of
that of
individuals
individuals
who
who
create and
create and
carry it.
carry it.
That
That
culture
culture
exists
exists
at a
at a
level
level
above
above
that
that
of
of
individuals
individuals
who
who
create
create
and
and
carry it.
carry it.
Yes,
Yes,
it means
it means
that
that
individuals
individuals
in like
in
in
like in
history
history
in
in
past
past
they
they
have
have
created
created
and
and
have been
have been
carrying
carrying
this
this
culture.
culture.
But
But
what has
what has
happened
happened
that
that
when they
when they
created this
created this
culture,
culture,
it
it
has
has
today
today
now
now
achieved
achieved
a
a
level
level
which
which
goes
goes
beyond
beyond
them.
them.
So this
So
is
this
what
is what
he
he
actually means.
actually means.
And he
And he
says
says
that
that
because
because
culture
culture
exists at a
exists at a
different
different
level,
level,
so to
so to
understand, to
understand, to
study
study
culture,
culture,
we
we
need to
need to
generate
generate
different
different
laws. We
laws.
need
We
to
need to
generate
generate
laws and
laws and
phenomena
phenomena
which
which
are
are
related to
related to
culture
culture
only.
only.
That is
That is
culture.
culture.
To
To
study
study
culture,
culture,
we
we
need
need
to
to
derive
derive
its
its
own
own
laws
laws
and
and
phenomena.
phenomena.
Like
Like
in
in
science,
science,
see what
see
he is
what he is
talking about,
talking
that
about, that
anthropology is
anthropology is
science.
science.
Yes.
Yes.
Now in
Now in
science,
science,
like for
like for
example in
example in
physics,
physics,
when we talk about any aspect like gravity or any other particular phenomena, so there will be laws related to it. For example, there will be Newton laws or there will be law of relativity. So when they went to study physics, the laws were being generated to understand physics. Similarly, for him to study anthropology, that is to study culture, specific laws has to be generated in this perspective as well. Yes. Now, first thing he says that culture exists outside of us. That is, culture has existence outside of us and compels us to conform to patterns that can be statistically demonstrated. It means, see, here, if you there's an example. So
So
here,
here
what
what
Karl
Karl
Marx
Marx
talks
talks
about is
about is
that
that
the
the
factors
factors
like
like
economic,
economic,
class
class
structure,
structure,
materials,
materials,
conditions of
conditions of
society,
society,
material
material
conditions
conditions
of
of
society,
society,
and in
and in
particularly
particularly
of
of
production,
production,
shape
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 the
the
culture.
culture,
And
and
thus
thus
he
he
opposed
opposed
the
the
superorganic
superorganic
view
view
of
of
culture.
culture.
That
That
it is
it is
these
these
factors
factors
who are
who are
shaping
shaping
culture
culture
and
and
not the
not the
other way
other way
around.
around.
That
That
is,
is,
it is
it is
not the
not the
culture
culture
who is
who is
shaping
shaping
the
the
economic
economic
and
and
other
other
divisions in
divisions in
society,
society,
but it
but
is
it
the
is the
factors who
factors
are
who are
shaping the
shaping the
culture.
culture.
Similarly, the
Similarly, the
third
third
school
school
which you
which
can
you can
mention
mention is
is of
of
symbolic
symbolic
interactionalism.
interactionalism.
So
So
in
in
this
this
school,
school,
it
it
basically
basically
says it
says
is
it
the
is the
symbols
symbols
who are
who are
shaping the
shaping the
culture
culture
and
and
not the
not the
cultures who
cultures
are
who are
shaping
shaping
the
the
symbols.
symbols.
Here,
Here with your
with
with
your
your
own
own
basis, you
basis, you
can give
can give
any
any
particular
particular
example,
example,
and
and
it is
it is
no,
no,
you
you
can
can
give
give
any
any
contemporary
contemporary
example
example
how
how
symbols
symbols
are
are
shaping the
shaping the
culture in
culture
a
in a
for
for
example, if
example, if
we
we
talk
talk
about that,
about
if
that, if
we
we
build a
build a
temple in a
temple in a
particular
particular
area,
area,
so what
so
will
what will
happen
happen
that
that
the
the
culture of
culture
that
of that
particular
particular
area
area
will
will
see
see
change
change
in
in
over a
over a
period
period
of
of
time.
time.
Similarly,
Similarly,
if there
if
are
there are
books,
books,
yes.
yes.
So
So
in
in
books, if
books, if
we
we
change
change
the
the
subject
subject
matter of
matter
what
of
is
what is
being
being
taught,
taught,
so what
so
you
what
will
you will
find that
find that
over the
over the
years, the
years, the
generation
generation
will
will
get
get
used to
used to
the
the
content
content
which
which
were
were
there
there
in
in
this
this
new
new
book.
book.
So this
So
is
this is
also
also
how
how
these
these
symbols
symbols
are
are
changing the
changing the
culture
culture
aspect
aspect
of a
of a
culture.
culture.
Like in
Like in
contemporary
contemporary
time, we are
time, we are
talking
talking
about
about
using
using
the
the
emphasis of
emphasis
the
of the
word
word
Bharat
Bharat
over
over
India.
India.
So
So if
if in
in
present
present
time the
time the
individuals
individuals
start
start
emphasizing of
emphasizing of
Bharat
Bharat
and
and
its
its
use
use
in
in
books
books
and
and
other
other
places.
places.
So what
So
you
what
will
we will
see
see
that
that
over the
over the
time
time
there will
there
be
will be
cultural
cultural
changes.
changes. The
The India's
India's
no,
no,
currently
currently
the
the
our
our
PM
PM
is
is
focusing
focusing
on
on
Panch
Panch
Pran.
Pran.
So in
So in
Panch
Panch
Pran,
Pran, our
like
like
our
our
major
major
emphasis is
emphasis is
on
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 erasing
erasing
our
our
colonial
colonial
history
history
and
and
taking
taking
pride
pride
in
in
our
our
ancient
ancient
in
part,
our
in our
ancient
ancient
real
real
nature.
nature.
So
So
by
by
this
this
like
like
these
these
all
all
aspects are
aspects are
only
only
a
a
form of
form of
symbolic
symbolic
changes
changes
which the
which the
government is
government is
doing
doing,
so
so
that
that
the
the
culture
culture
which
which
was
was
heavily
heavily
westernized or
westernized or
which was having a
having a
western
western
influence
influence
will
will
see a
see a
change
change
over a
over a
period of
period of
time.
time.
Now
Now
these
these
two are
two
the
were
these
these
two
two
are the
are the
basic
basic
school
school
which we
which we
studied.
studied.
One was
One
the
was the
Alfred
Alfred
Provost
Provost
School and
School,
the
and the
other was
other
the
was the
Edward
Edward
Sapir
Sapir
School.
School.
Now
Now,
if you
if you
want
want
to
to
now if
now
you
if you
want
want
to
to
look in
look
the
in the
today's
today's
perspective, what
perspective,
we
what
see
we see
that
that
the
the
debate
debate
between the
between
two
the
is
two is
still
still
going on.
going on.
Debate
Debate
is
is
still
still
going on,
going on.
and there
And there
are
are
many
many
anthropologists who
anthropologists
are
who are
in
in
different
different
perspective are
perspective are
giving
giving
their
their
own
own
statements,
statements
own
on
evidences
evidences
to
to
support any
support any
particular
particular
school.
school.
In this
In this
now, if
now,
you
if
want
you
to
want to
conclude, you
conclude, you
can
can
write the
write the
contemporary
contemporary
perspective.
perspective.
So
So
here you
here
can
you can
mention
mention
about
about
that
that
even though
even though
there
there
are
are
different
different
anthropologists
anthropologists
who
who
are
are
focusing on
focusing
the
on the
different
different
aspect,
aspect,
and
and
that
that
they
they
not
not
solely
solely
recognize
recognize
or they
or they
recognize
recognize
the
the
superorganic
superorganic
view.
view.
But
But
today
today
what
what
we are
we are
seeing is
seeing is that
that the
the
emphasis
emphasis
on
on
culture
cultural
role
role
an
an
individual
individual
role
role
is
is
both
both
being
being
taken
taken
in
in
together
together
or
or
in an
in an
interactional
interactional
phase.
phase.
In an
In an
interactional
interactional
phase.
phase.
That is
That is
today.
today.
Today, the
Today, the
anthropologists
anthropologists
are
are
focusing
focusing
more on
more
the
on the
integrative view,
integrative view,
and they
and they
consider the
consider the
complex
complex
interplay
interplay
between
between
agency
agency
and
and
societal
society
dynamics in
in
shaping
shaping
culture.
culture.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
this
this
is
is
how
how
you
you
can
can
conclude,
conclude,
or
or
if
if
not
not
like
like
this,
this,
then
then
you
you
can
can
conclude
conclude
in
in
your
your
own
own
way.
way.
Any
Any
kind
kind
of
of
value
value
addition
addition
or
or
any
any
type
type
of
of
creativity
creativity
in
in
conclusions
conclusions
is
is
always
always
welcome.
welcome.
If
If
you
you
write
write
a
a
applied
applied
aspect
aspect
to
to
this
this
debate,
debate,
then
then
even
even
in
in
that
that
case,
case,
this
this
thing
thing
will
will
be
be
very
very
much
much
appreciated,
appreciated,
and
and
you
you
will
will
like
like
good.
good.
You
You
will
will
get
get
good
good
marks.
marks.
So
So
this is
this is
all
all
for
for
the
the
topic.
topic.
In the next
Next
topic,
topic,
we
we
will
will
be
be
discussing.
discussing.
I
I
think
think
so.
so.
In
In
the
the
next
next
topic,
topic,
we
we
will
will
be
be
discussing
discussing
about. We will be discussing about culture
culture
and
and
civilization,
civilization,
or we
or we
will be
will be
discussing
discussing
about
about
the
the
ethnocentric
ethnocentric
and
and
cultural
cultural
relativism.
relativism.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
thank you
thank you
for
for
watching.
watching.
I
I
hope
hope
you
you
are
are
enjoying
enjoying
and
and
you
you
are
are
learning
learning
what
what
I
I
have
have
been
been
teaching.
teaching.
And
And
that's
that's
it.
it.